Well, this situation is just a mess. Last time, we found out that everything we knew was wrong. A huge plot twist, then switcheroo, a different plot twist, and the first one was BS.
But the fundamental thing that Pekka was the one who did the killing was in fact correct.
It wasn't even the most important part of the whole trial.
Right?
It's
That's ridiculous.
Quite fascinating. I really like it. It's such a mess.
It seems like Fuyuhiko isn't going to go along with it.
I suppose another way to put it would be, in this circumstance, there is uncertainty over who killed and why.
Right.
And that is different than any other situation we've seen in this series so far. And Fuyuhiko has just made his decision. We're about to talk about this. But I think that's one of the reasons why it's hard to figure out what to think of the whole situation. It's really, really, really complicated.
It's not as cut and dry as the previous game, which wasn't necessarily cut and dry, but by comparison, you know?
It's cut and dry enough, if you ask me.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I think even the other characters in this game are like, I don't actually know, really.
Yeah, it's difficult to process.
And the characters themselves
are having difficulty
don't
with it.
Understand what to think about it. The ones who did it don't know what to think about it. It's just really fascinating. Really, really fascinating. We're the really fascinated Bittersweet gamers.
I'm Fascination Squared.
Well, I'm just the opinionator.
I'm We Squared. I'm so sorry.
Everyone knew that, Billy.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I wanted to make sure.
Let's go. I'm sorry, Pekko. I guess I couldn't go through with it after all.
Young master.
I'm a disgrace.
'Cause if that's actually what I have to do to survive, I just feel ashamed of myself. It'd mean I can't live without depending on something. I just feel disgusted with myself. And if I admit that, it means you really are just a tool to me. How many times did I tell you I don't want a tool given to me by the Kuzuryu clan?
Young master.
Oh my. So, this is how it turned out.
Oh my god, Monokuma. Every single time these people start getting emotional, you're just like, I'm a cartoon bear!
Too bad.
And here I thought it'd be more brutal and heartless. Man, how disappointing.
I'm Monokuma. Sorry, I really don't like him.
Whoa, that was a huge bolt of lightning!
As the thunder attests to.
Incidentally, the last time that there was huge flooding outside, we were also playing a trial in Danganronpa.
I think it was Celeste.
I have no idea what trial it was, but, you know, the flood was pretty bad. There was a point where, like, I remember we actually helped out some
Yeah, there were some people stuck outside.
They were stuck in our driveway for hours. And there were a lot of people who did get stuck. This time around, there's actually a fire truck barricading the flood area.
Oh, how appropriate.
Just fascinating. And then, as I said that a second ago, like, there was this...
It was so bright. Oh my god.
It was huge, like a laser beam fired from a beam rifle in the sky. Which means everything happened thanks to her meddlesome actions.
Why you?
There's no way a human that meddlesome could ever be considered a tool. Oh.
Hey.
Monokuma, you knew all along, didn't you? Though, of course you did.
There's cameras everywhere. You big
No,
dum-dum.
he knew who it was that was going to get the credit.
Ah, I see.
You knew about what Pekko and Fuyuhiko discussed.
Jeez.
Well, it's obvious now. And I mean, that's why you have surveillance cameras. You were just having fun, huh? Man, even if it was an act of desperation, Pekko's claim was surprisingly interesting. That's why I fell asleep. You're actually the first to try to influence the outcome of the trial like that. Like BSG said, it's pretty fascinating.
How do you know that?
It's an interesting thing to say there. What do you mean, the first to try to influence the outcome of the trial? I mean, in terms of this being the second trial, there's that, but...
He's dropped many hints before.
Has he? But too bad! You're definitely the killer! You're the one who did the killing, thus, you're the killer! This isn't ambiguous! Pecco, the tool with a heart, is the killer! What did you think I was going to rule? Pecco, I'm sorry I couldn't fulfill your request. Even though you did all that to provide me the chance to survive. But I had a feeling it would turn out like this.
Huh?
Young master.
Young master, you have a kind heart despite being a Yakuza. That's why you question your position and constantly worry about it. For you to sacrifice someone else just to escape by yourself. I believed you wouldn't accept that so easily. We've been together ever since we were children. Even a tool would understand that.
Man, Pecco.
What?
Then why?
Even so, I wanted you to escape.
I wanted to protect you.
Pecco.
I am terribly sorry.
I'm terribly sorry I will not be able to serve by your side until the very end, young master.
Bye.
Goodbye. And I'm sorry for what I've done to you all, too. It may be a selfish request, but please forgive my young master.
He didn't do anything wrong, Pecco.
That's not entirely the case.
Well...
This is just such a mess.
And please do not cause a senseless killing such as this ever again.
It's just such a mess, and everyone involved knows it. I mean, I'm gonna say, compared to every other trial so far, this is... I still think the best trial so far was Sakura's trial.
Mm-hmm.
But that was further along in the narrative and more climactic.
Yeah, because that was like the turning point.
Right, but this is really good. This one is really, really, really good. It's really emotionally complex, and I just am really confused as to how I feel, except for sad. Just really, really sad. You know, it's like, we'll never know, no one will ever know, Fuyuhiko will never know, Pecco will never know what he would have done. Maybe he wouldn't actually have gone after her. Look at the choice he made without very much hesitation, and Pecco even assumed he was going to do it.
Yeah.
It's like, because of that kind heart, that's sort of why Pecco
did it.
So he wouldn't have to bear it, right?
Yeah.
Maybe? It's just...
Maybe...
That's even plausible. No one will ever know. Fuyuhiko will never know if he was going to go through it, if he was just going to, like, pause in front of her and start yelling at her, at Mahiru.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't have even happened in the first place if Mahiru wouldn't have acted, like, with her
usual...
She's, like, her abrasive personality that's always been to help and support people. For goodness sake, she got Hiyoko to be her friend. Or, I mean, she got Hiyoko to basically follow her around everywhere and not hate her.
And Mahiru fell for it, kind of. Because otherwise, if she didn't believe it, she wouldn't have accused him. She wouldn't have been like, you shouldn't
Oh, that's
have
what you
killed her.
meant. I didn't know what you were talking about.
Sorry, I was being vague. On purpose.
No, I wasn't. Like you said, she believed it, and she said to Fuyuhiko, you shouldn't have done that. Revenge is wrong. And that's what set Fuyuhiko off. He was there to actually just talk.
Yeah!
It's like everyone did stuff that they, if they could, would regret.
Except Hiyoko.
Except Hiyoko, yeah. She was never involved in this, though. She was
yeah.
being used, but she
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
involved. It's just sad. It's just really sad across the board. I really appreciate that.
Of course, Peko.
Oh, Peko. That will do, Monokuma. Why don't you start it already?
I will never feel despair.
Just so you know, I will never feel despair. As long as I am a tool, I am fully prepared to die.
So cool!
But will you be able to maintain that composure until the very end? People who act as proud as you always shed well, they said something, and it's despair-like in the end. Now then, let's begin!
Young Master Fuyuhiko.
Please permit me to make one final selfish request.
So,
Didn't I tell you not to call me young master?
I want you to remember.
I want you to remember the tool, Peko Pekoyama, who used to stand beside you. I would like it if you remembered that. That's it. How many times do you have to keep... I don't need any tools. You did say that. Then let's begin! The punishment time brimming with despair! Jeez, why don't you get it yet?
Thrills, chills,
This time,
thrills!
for the ultimate swordsman, Peko Pekoyama!
why?
You stayed by my side all this time. Why don't you get it?
Now then, I prepared a very special punishment!
Arrgh! You stupid frickin'!
Bear!
I never needed a sword or a shield. Just like I
never
said.
needed a tool. So, you didn't need to become a tool.
Let's give it everything we've got!
Just trying to interrupt this.
Yeah.
You just needed to be yourself.
That was all he ever wanted. It's...
I never wanted a tool.
Oh,
I just wanted
Fuyuhiko.
Only you.
Oh, man.
Young Master?
Man. No, this is despair, I suppose.
Why? Why couldn't you understand? We've always been together ever since we were kids.
It's just such a drastic misinterpretation of everything. It's just so sad.
Let's go! It's punishment time!
Well, to be completely frank, I'm actually quite glad that Monokuma has done this, because Monokuma 2 has actually rather done a lot to sort of make me like him. But this has fortunately reminded me and steeled my heart in the proper direction, told me to stop trying to compare him to Nagito or something like that, and remember who he is after all, the stupid murder bear.
However much more charisma he might have over the other Monokuma, he's still Monokuma and the one behind all this.
Please, Peko. Don't go. I need you. Don't leave me.
Young Master? Young Master!
No.
And now we get to see some zany execution scene.
Complicated, inappropriate emotional responses. It's a really interesting thing to try to provoke.
Mm-hmm.
Or evoke, rather.
Of course.
I see. With Fuyuhiko in the back. A voodoo doll? What's up with all the Dynasty Warriors Like, there was that section in the first
Yeah,
game
you're
with
right.
Sakura doing Dynasty Warriors 2. Well, this is maybe more, Sengoku Basara, I guess?
Oh!
I like how Fuyuhiko is part of this.
What? Oh!
Fuyuhiko. This, I suppose, really is despair. This cannot be. Even Fuyuhiko.
This is bad. This shouldn't be allowed. People dying so easily, falling like dominoes. You bastard! What is this? This can't be. This is a lie, right? Peko! Fuyuhiko!
Such a waste.
For heaven's sake. This is just the worst. Jeez, what a waste. This conclusion, what a waste. This is why she should have just discussed it with me.
Damn it.
It was supposed to be a clash between two hopes, but it was crushed into something so unpalatable.
I am not in the mood for you right now, Nagito.
In this case, though, I don't actually disagree with his sentiment. Whatever else you want to say about the guy, and all of it's true, and it's really worse than we think, at the very least, he's just as disgusted by this. You're still talking about that? Just like Billy said, you're a sicko. The hell's wrong with you? Aren't you pissed that 2 of your friends got killed?
Such despair.
I am pissed. And I even feel sad and hopeless. But still,
Isn't that right?
it's going to be all right. This despair is worthless. Even this despair is just a ladder to a bright, shining future that awaits us. Okay, yeah, forget what I said about his sentiment. No, he's just nuts.
I am inarticulate with rage right now.
The higher the ladder, the brighter we can shine. That is the unmistakable truth. Calling me a ladder, huh? Oh, that's different. I've been called quite a lot, but not that. You say some pretty interesting things, sicko. In a way, your misguided thoughts of what hope should be remind me of him.
Oh, yeah?
I don't really understand what you're saying.
Listen carefully.
Anyway, I shall make a declaration. We will definitely destroy you. Obviously, Monokuma was vaguely referring to Makoto, or was he? Maybe he was referring to the headmaster of Hope's Peak? Maybe it doesn't have anything to do with that. Isn't that... But it's just like by leaving it so open, there's no way.
There's no way we can say one way or the other.
It's easy for us to interpret it however we like, but that doesn't mean any of it is true. It's still so vague. The ending of the first game really showed us that we have no idea.
Yeah!
And it's going to just present a lot of possibilities. Anyway, this is just mirroring what Makoto did when Makoto made this declaration. It's not a coincidence that it's Nagito, not Makoto.
Yeah.
Whoever he is, whenever, what dimension ever. Friggin'. The hopes of all the ultimates here will definitely, completely, utterly destroy you. There won't even be a strand of cotton left when we're done with you. That's your future.
How much longer are you planning to say such stupid things? Don't you understand? Even Fuyuhiko died, you know. Oh.
Oh, mad are we? Well, if you want to do something about it, then you need to quit acting the way you are.
Not yet. He's still alive.
Really?
Well, she did have to cut through a robot to hit him.
Well, and then she covered him, you know.
Everyone!
Fuyuhiko is still alive.
Well, we gotta get over there fast!
Yeah!
Are you serious?
Fuyuhiko! Frantically, we rushed over to Fuyuhiko's side.
Oh, God. Oh,
Jesus.
can he even make it?
He's still breathing!
Is he gonna be okay?
Well, we've got Mikon here at least.
So
Do
what?
something! Hey! You need to save him! Hey!
All we can do is try, but
I'm trying!
it's not like we can just rush him over to the infirmary. Where would we go?
We've got the medicine place.
Okay, well, we better get all the way up, and
Yeah,
then
you're right,
out
you're
the
right.
escalator on Monokuma Rock, and then go all the way to the second island to the pharmacy.
But his blood, he won't stop bleeding out! His pulse is getting weaker!
Can't you do anything about it? God damn it!
Well, serves him right.
You're so stupid.
Were you filled with hope at the thought of saving her yourself? That's why you ended up like that, fool.
Stupid brother!
Well, what are you so laid back about? You need to hurry up and save him.
Why would I do that?
Believe it!
What? A surprise order? Why do I have to burn my precious calories just to save some Yakuza scum?
Wrong!
It's your duty to save him.
Duty?
Hey!
Cause it's written in the school trip rules.
Huh. So, what an interesting development.
Ah! They alone. If only the Blackened gets executed, then Fuyuhiko shouldn't be allowed to be executed.
What an interesting thing to do, to turn the rules back around on him like this.
Well, if I could, I would do something about it right now.
Is the rest of
my
the-
Fosho stick?
Is the rest of the game going to be like this? Because if so, that's freaking awesome.
But since Billy was completely on the ball, I'm practically powerless.
Hey!
But you should be able to do it.
Unbelievable.
Jeez, I guess I have no choice.
Fine.
Well, there's no way I can violate a rule. Right, guys? Even if it's me.
So,
Fine, then I'll save him.
Really?
like...
I was actually gonna do that all along. You believe me, right? So I've already prepared for this.
Huh? Prepared? And that's when it happened. A siren began ringing from out of nowhere.
What?
And gradually grew closer and closer.
So a cartoon ambulance shows up to save the day? With
an ambulance?
paramedic bears because things got too sad?
Just leave the rest to me, Dr. Killgood.
I don't want to leave anything to a doctor named that.
Dr. Killgood, you've already killed your patient!
Oh god, it's another comedy bit.
We've got to get this patient to the Monokuma Hospital ER and get him under 24-hour observation stat. So, I'll see you later.
Well, at least Fuyuhiko didn't die too.
And after he said that, the ambulance containing Monokuma and Fuyuhiko vanished from our sight.
Is it really gonna be okay to leave this to Monokuma?
The alternative is he dies for sure. So,
Damn it.
It can't be helped. It's not like there was any other way.
Perhaps.
He's gonna be fine. He's probably gonna get better and come back to us again.
you're right. He's definitely going to come back and talk a lot of smack as if nothing happened.
What an interesting way to look at it.
Then, all we can do is wait. Why do we have to wait for him? I mean, he caused Mahiru's death, you know.
However, we must put that aside since Peko has already been punished. And it's just complicated.
She can be angry.
Yeah, you're right.
We can allow her to be angry this time.
I think a better way to put it is that she's just going to be angry, and really nobody should hold that against her.
Yeah.
After all, this is one of the things that you reap after you've sowed it, right?
Yeah.
Or else we will not be able to advance forward.
Fall, my tears.
There are no second chances in life. We cannot return to what has already transpired. There is no other way than to move forward, like an arrow of light piercing through the darkness.
Damn it!
I guess. Things aren't as exciting if a shit stirrer like him ain't around.
That's one way of looking at it.
Another way to look at it, unlike everybody else, Fuyuhiko, with practically no hesitation, maybe not practically no hesitation, but in any case, Fuyuhiko is the only person who could conceivably have been called a killer who explicitly chose to not take it out on everyone else.
You're right.
Everyone,
you're right.
he refused to do that.
I didn't realize it, but I was wishing for that too. From the bottom of my heart, I really wanted him to return. Fuyuhiko! I don't want anyone else to be a sacrifice. And so, the class trial ended.
And so this is yet another thing that Fuyuhiko has to deal with.
But we still can't see the real ending that we really want yet.
You know, did he in fact kill Sato?
Or was it Peko?
Did he cause it? Did he kill Mahiru? Did he cause it? And the fact that he actually cares is probably one of the... Well, I suppose it doesn't bode well for the Kuzuryu clan, but it probably bodes well for Fuyuhiko.
Well, you know what? All things considered, screw the Kuzuryu clan.
Yeah.
When that finally arrives, what will happen to us by then? No matter where I look, no matter what possibilities I look for, I can't see our future, not even a speck. As if we were in a boat floating unreliably in a vast dark sea. We were just left there, alone. Only one word could explain our situation. Despair. We couldn't find a more suitable word than that.
Oh, great. Can we address this, please?
I'm really concerned about the bomb thing.
The time is definitely going down. Oh yeah, you gonna notice this?
Right? You can see this countdown too?
Isn't she just talking to us?
Of course she's talking to us! Ain't no one else around! Time to break the fourth wall!
Poor people are already gone. We took our time preparing the hope fragments, but now we're no longer able to gather them.
What's that about?
Honestly, I'm not so sure anymore.
Do we have to go back and get all the hope fragments to get the true ending?
No, I don't think it has anything to do with that. Maybe I'm wrong, but it's like, who's she talking to? I don't think she's talking to us.
Whether it's better if we let them leave this island, or if we shouldn't let them escape.
It's like she's talking to some organization.
Okay, yeah, that makes more sense.
So it's like if Monokuma Junko was part of the ultimate despair, then we have Monokuma 2, who is World End, and then we have, or World Ender, and then we have Monomi, who is like
the Makoto Hope Force.
Yeah, something like that.
For those kids, which option is hope and which is despair?
I'm still not prepared to accept that this is taking place after the first game.
That's fair, I just wanted to throw out that other possibility.
But I guess there's no time to hesitate. If this countdown reaches 0, That guy will probably take over our plan's final stage as well.
Right, so it is a different organization, and Monokuma did just show up here to take over the whole thing.
What lies beyond that is the foul resurrection of the ultimate despair.
Do you mean literally? Are they going to take up Junko's corpse and animate her as a zombie?
Probably not.
I don't think so either.
And the continuation of the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history.
Continuation, huh?
That cannot be allowed. We must prevent that by any means necessary.
What was I just saying? There's plenty of time in between when this stuff happened and Danganronpa 1. One very valid reading of this is that this is before.
Even if we have to pay the ultimate price, I will definitely prevent it by any means.
And then this is them talking to her.
Yeah.
Everything is for the sake of a future filled with hope.
Well, are you actually gonna help us?
Peko. And Mahiru too.
I mean, Fuyuhiko also. He didn't die, but...
You know what?
Hmm?
What Nagito said was that it was a waste. It was a disaster how it all turned out. They should have consulted with him, etc., etc., etc. But wasn't that actually exactly what he said he wanted? Where it's also ambiguous and full of so many different emotions, even with that ending at the end. Wasn't that exactly the sort of thing that he said he wanted to have happen?
You're right. Because the more complicated it is, according to him, the more that everyone has to overcome, the more hope will be there shining at the end.
I mean, Peko was trying to protect Fuyuhiko. Fuyuhiko was trying to protect Peko. Mahiru was trying to look out for everybody, really. Look out for Fuyuhiko, too.
Yeah!
One wonders if Fuyuhiko will ever have that temper again, or will ever be able to forgive himself.
I hope so.
I mean, in a sense, Fuyuhiko's temper is the thing that caused all of this.
Yeah.
But just like how Mahiru's abrasive, like, pushiness, or like her sanctimoniousness, that's not quite the right word.
I think pushiness is better.
Like, just like how that made Fuyuhiko angry, Fuyuhiko's tendency to kind of snap verbally is what led Peko to do it. And it's like, it's not an arg, you're denying my existence, I'm ashamed of myself. It's everybody misinterpreting everything and everybody misinterpreting everyone else's actions.
Yeah, that's entirely what it was.
And that's just so sad. Okay, I'll stop, but it's just so sad.
It is. I actually teared up at the end there. I don't know who this is, but no one's here, right? Man, I can totally see it now. Those idiots. I can't wait to see the surprised look on their dumb faces.
And now, is it time for something really bad to happen with Hiyoko, just like with what happened with Kiyotaka?
I wonder if she's going to do something nice. That's just because of how she talks. But they'll probably be happy about it. They'll probably be very, very happy. Alrighty.
It's like, is she trying to become Mahiru, perhaps? Or is it something nefarious after all?
Not if she thinks they'll be happy about it.
This is Hiyoko.
That's a good point.
Ahem! Hope's Peak Academy School Trip Executive Committee has an announcement to make. Good morning, everyone! Looks like today is gonna be another perfect tropical day! Now then, let's show some enthusiasm and make sure to give it our all today!
Oh, die in a fire.
That's just too simple of an ending for someone like me.
I know. Morning, huh? In the end, I was so worried about Fuyuhiko that I couldn't sleep. Involving himself in Pekko's execution like that, suffering all those wounds. Is he really going to live? And was it really okay to leave him in Monokuma's care? Worry has consumed my heart. My body feels terribly burdened. But that worry ends here. There's no way I can just lay here and do nothing. Loosening my stiff body, I slowly sat up in bed. I guess I should head over to the restaurant. That's right. Just do it.
Oh, what a wonderful day.
I should meet up with everyone at the restaurant first, and then we'll question Monokuma afterwards. I'm definitely going to find out if Fuyuhiko is safe or not. Pekko, you weren't a tool at all, but you didn't realize it until it was too late. Good morning, Sonia.
Huh? Hajime?
You insolent fool!
Get back! Who do you think I am?
I am sorry.
Oh, that was unintentional. It is okay. Please be your usual self.
Yeah. That was close. I was really going to kneel before her.
Well, she's just too upset.
Just like everyone is.
I'm terribly sorry. I was so worried about Fuyuhiko that I could not sleep at all and went back to some old habits. That must be why my face looks terrible. I was just so embarrassed to be seen like this.
I am ashamed.
I shall go wash my face and come back one more time. Now then, ta-ta.
She looked like she normally does. But just as I thought, Sonia and I were worrying about the same thing. Is Fuyuhiko really okay? Good morning, Chiaki. It continues. She's playing the video game, isn't she?
Well, this is a good time for it.
I'm not going to begrudge her that.
Hey.
Yeah, good morning. You're up earlier than usual.
Yeah, I couldn't really stay put and do nothing.
I see.
Gaming as usual. No, I have a slight feeling she's deliberately concentrating on her game. Like she's trying to keep her sadness from showing by being completely focused in gaming. We've never done that before. Or is it just me?
Yeah, I've done that.
Well, let's see what Hyoko's surprise was. Will be.
I mean, I'm hoping it's something really good, but...
Hajime, you're already here! Hyoko, you're the only one here. What are you acting so anxious about? I'm not acting anxious. I just happened to be awake by coincidence, so I just came here early.
So I guess she's making everybody breakfast because she needs to do the sort of thing that Mahiru would do.
Carry on her spirit.
But it's like, in her case, it seems like that's actually probably a good idea, like with only good intentions, but it
But
might...
she's still Hyoko, I mean...
Well, I'm just saying she might either carry it too far, or she'll either do it in a way that won't be healthy, like try and live up chasing Mahiru's ghost and not being able to to accept things that have happened. That might be the case. Also, if the parallel holds true,
she's going to have flaming brows and white hair.
Very good, Billy. Very good for picking up on the intimate point of what I was discussing. If the parallel holds true, she's going to be the victim.
You're right.
The parallel may not hold true, but it might.
It's one thing I like about this game, and I think I even said this before. It's how many parallels there were while still being unique and its own thing.
Yeah, this is very well done.
I see. This girl, there's something strange. Is she trying to pull some kind of dirty trick again?
And she'll have made a very poor breakfast for everybody or something. Or she'll have planted a bomb and is going to try to kill them all.
Oh, God! I just happened to be awake by coincidence, so I just came here early. It's just a coincidence.
She wasn't actually trying to do something nice for anybody. You just have to leave.
Oh! Or maybe I need to look over there.
Or maybe it wasn't breakfast that she made. She made an altar to evil gods.
What the heck is this? Ah! A panel has been propped up. It's giving off a dreadful, unsettling vibe.
I guess she's Hiyoko after all, and isn't it funny that the words I used were chase after Mahiru's ghost? Not in a healthy way. Remember her in a very unhealthy way?
There's a bunch of photos pasted all over it.
They're photos.
Didn't Mahiru take these photos?
Yeah, look at that one from freaking Twilight Syndrome. Is that really appropriate here?
But what's with this terrifying ambiance?
Great!
Explain!
It's an altar to Satan!
Wow, what's this? What an adorable decoration!
Decoration?
I don't know who did it, but they must have spent so much time and effort doing their best to make it.
I know.
So don't judge them too hard, guys.
I know what you're trying to say, but there's just one problem, Hiyoko. First off, where did you get the cow skulls?
Squish, squish.
Like she said, sooner or later, squish, squish comes to us all.
Mahiru's gonna be happy too.
She's not gonna be happy with a demonic altar built in her name.
I don't know who did this, but we should be grateful to them. Right?
Who are you planning on sacrificing to the devil?
Hey, Hiyoko, did you...
Kali would be proud.
Oh, good morning. It's so rare to run into you two here. What are you looking at? Huh.
A body has been discovered!
What are these horrifying photos?
I expected that reaction. Yo! What happened? I heard a scream!
You?
What's up? What's up? Is it a brawl? I could sure use one of those right now.
Yo! What's all this ruckus in the... Oh.
This is bad. Please take a look at those photos.
Huh? Photos? Whoa! What the heck?
Hey!
What kind of ominous crap is this? Is this like something you use for... sorcery? This is clearly an insult against Mahiru.
Damn it.
I don't know who the hell did this crap, but they've got a lot of nerve.
This is too much. To actually treat Mahiru's photos like this. It's like it's an altar to Baal or Moloch. Something horrible is coming.
Sonia's gonna love it.
Yeah.
Everyone, I understand how you guys feel, but it's probably...
Good morning, everyone.
Good nom nom numbing!
Good, mongrel! What's with those nasty photos? They're giving off a crazy, huge, ominous aura, like a dark miasma seeping out of them.
Says the girl with the horns.
Well, you know.
Something like this.
There is no excuse. This is too terrible. How could someone be capable of such a heartless trick?
Or we'll just misread that. No, seriously, it's just...
Hey!
I know, right? Seriously, it's just the worst.
Oh.
Jeez, I wonder who the hell did it. Huh? You're right. There's no way Mahiru will be happy with this.
Oh, poor Hiyoko.
She won't just be unhappy. I'm sure she'll be so angry she'll cry tears of blood.
Or a-
Maru, stop, please.
Or a zombie will resurrect itself and the zombie Mahiru will cry tears of blood.
Man, who the hell did this?
I think it's the evil black smoke.
And the cow skulls aren't helping.
Yeah.
No, we'll have to search for the criminal later. In the meantime, breakfast.
Fool!
Fire! Start the fire! We'll have a grand bonfire so Mahiru can reach Nirvana!
Don't you mean Valhalla in this case?
Shut up! Seriously, guys, this is...
Hold it.
You can't. Someone took their time to make this memorial so we can mourn for Mahiru. You can't burn it, no matter how evil it looks. Besides, some sort of awful demon spirit might come out if we burn it. We don't want to be misconstrued as actually sacrificing anything to an evil god.
I mean, who wants to touch it to drag it outside anyways?
Huh? Mourn Mahiru?
What the heck?
You sure it's not the other way around? I'm pretty sure whoever made this is totally disrespecting Mahiru.
You think so?
Really? I think it's just a little clumsy.
See?
Why don't you take a closer look at the intent instead of focusing on admittedly horrifying appearances?
This music isn't doing it any favors.
Despite their clumsiness, I'm sure whoever made this probably did their very best, even though some of the pictures are in pretty bad taste. If you look at it carefully, don't you feel like you can sense their feelings? Ow! Everything is made clear, as this is understandably the inside of Hyoko's heart, an evil temple to death itself. No, that's and oh, we never noticed the candles are on bones.
Oh my god!
Well, for some reason, it looks like there's gonna be lots of beef for breakfast today. No, this is how very Danganronpa to immediately try and break the tension by making a joke in fairly bad taste.
You're right.
That it nonetheless manages to communicate a lot of emotion. But we were gloomy, and now we're not gloomy anymore.
Yeah.
Mahiru's not alone. She'll be with us now and forever. She also will possibly be residing with demons if this altar is any indication. And oh, I'm the person who's supposed to like it. This was probably made with those feelings.
Right?
So I definitely think, yeah, it's a nice decoration.
I see.
After hearing you say that, I'm starting to feel the same thing,
You
sure are simple-minded.
says Kazuichi.
I don't really want to burn it.
Now, Hiyoko, the next time that you do something like this, in order to really communicate your intentions, don't use bones and skulls, and maybe burn something that isn't going to give off a black acrid smoke.
But dead animals is how I communicate my emotions.
I suppose they are, aren't they? It's how she expresses her joy, and as we can see, how she expresses her grief. Huh?
It cannot be.
Was the person who made this...
Like I was trying to tell you guys. Mahiru was really, really nice. She politely taught me how to tie my kimono.
She was really good at taking care of others.
Says the nurse.
She was, though.
Mahiru's probably lonely by herself. So I wanted to tell her that she's not alone, even if she's in heaven.
Oh, poor thing.
Hiyoko, you adorable little scamp. I did want to make it look better, but unless I'm dancing, I'm so clumsy at whatever I do.
Oh, poor thing.
I'm sorry.
More so than the
I am
previous
sorry.
game, this really communicates grief really well. Just
Yeah.
like the game's atmosphere in general. I am terribly sorry. I spoke out of turn without considering your feelings at all. Sorry, Hiyoko.
Sorry.
We can't even make a joke here, man.
well,
How should I put this? It looks like we misunderstood. Please stop crying. Now that I take a closer look, it looks like you put a lot of thought into the decoration.
Indeed, a lot of thought. The wrong sort of thought. I mean, again, you know, she tried very hard to make a temple to evil spirits. Or a shrine, rather, but, you know.
Look, she's not the ultimate interior decorator, Damon.
I know, Kazuichi, but she did effectively make a shrine to some sort of evil spirit.
That's gotta count for something.
I don't know what, but yeah.
For now.
So, let's keep this thing around until we get off this island.
That is... No, you're laughing, but that's... Doesn't that just guarantee Hiyoko's death?
Oh, kind of, but we might be jumping the gun.
No, it should come with us when we get off this island, too. It would be a waste to leave behind such wonderful photos.
So we're not gonna burn it?
Impossible!
Of course not! We would never burn it!
And you know, this is like everyone not treating Hiyoko badly. Like, despite the way that Hiyoko always acts, it's like everyone, like, no, we get it.
Yeah.
Weren't you the one who started shouting that?
I can change my mind, make up my mind, what?
Well, I hit you pretty hard the other day, too, so it's fine.
I got it!
Fine, then I'll forgive you all, except Mikan, of course.
I'm sorry, I'm Pig Barf!
There it is.
Why?
Why are you so strict with me?
I see.
Man, it's so unexpected.
Meow.
I really can't imagine Hiyoko being so diligent and earnest about something.
Huh.
Who cares about that?
Hiyoko somehow has a very kind heart.
Don't say that, I'll set fire to the whole place.
I'm sorry! Set fire to me!
Kind? Oh, come on, it's not like that. I've got a reputation to keep.
Jeez.
Stop it already!
You don't have to be embarrassed.
Stop it.
Seriously, stop it! Don't tease me!
Oh, Hiyoko is so adorable when she's embarrassed.
Shut up.
Shut the fuck up, you pig-faced troll!
One of these days, I'll give you shots. In a place you won't like. It'll be my revenge.
Oh, God!
Why only me?
At any rate, I hope this is finally settled now.
It's very like you guys to settle things like this.
Really? Feels like we made such a huge fuss about it and finally settled things.
That's just like you guys.
Well,
Little by little, we're trying to understand and find the good in each other. You know, like what we're supposed to be doing and what we always advocated that we needed to do in a situation like this. Although, again, doesn't it really seem... Well, it's not like this is the first time we've pointed this out, but doesn't it really seem like Chiaki is the actually competent version of Monomi?
A little bit, yeah.
That's the reason why we can move forward without feeling despair toward our situation.
yep.
Yeah, you guys are all splendid.
Splendid, huh?
This body is uncooperative.
He's going to love it.
I have arrived. Apologies for the wait.
What?
What is this object that is releasing such a foul aura?
Possible!
A mouse clings to Mahiru even after her death. We'll be sucked in if we look directly at it.
You're the worst.
Wow, this is a very hopeless object. It doesn't belong in a hopeful place like this at all. It's absolutely brimming with malice. Let's just hurry up and destroy it. I can't stand to look at it for even one more second.
I'll destroy you!
Stand aside! I shall shatter this barbaric, blasphemous false idol to pieces!
Gosh darn it!
Well, I'm not really surprised at this point.
Now that those two are here, do you still think we're splendid?
Looks like it's gonna take a little more time.
Though, classifying those two in with us is pretty exceptional as it is.
What's wrong with Gundam?
I completely agree. The scene unfolding in front of me was so embarrassing, all I could do was sigh. But at least it was a peaceful scene.
In everybody's own way.
However, we didn't realize just how short-lived this peace would be. Even though we were finally bonding, a situation was brewing, like a huge fracture running between us all.
Are we gonna be splitting into two sides or something?
And that would be the trigger for the truly horrible and atrocious incident. Not just for me, but for every single one of us. We just hadn't realized it yet.
This kind of reminds me... The Wizard of Monomi is what was showing in the movie theater.
Wild Gunman Monokuma.
Trapped by the Ocean Scent. This kind of reminds me a lot of Infinite Revias.
Yeah!
The characters... Well, I mean, a situation like this would remind somebody of Infinite Revias, which, again, is a really freaking good science fiction anime. It's like high school teenagers trapped on a spaceship. It is so good. In it, there's a lot of factionalization. Everyone begins to mistrust everyone else. And, like, there's all this splintering. Like, all these high schoolers splinter and do terrible things to each other. And then are able to accept these things.
I've heard you describe it as Lord of the Flies in space.
I'm not the person who described it as that first, but when I saw that, and then when I watched Infinite Revias, I went, oh, it is Lord of the Flies in space. Anybody, it's not a killing game or something like that, but anybody who really likes the sort of themes or the way that Danganronpa plays out, please find Infinite Revias and watch it. You won't regret it. It's really, really good. Also, there's a robot, but that's not why it's good.
Of course there's a robot.
It's kind of a minor thing in Infinite Revias.
Kind of is, yeah.
Whew, I'm stuffed. Fortunately, I had plenty of time to talk while you guys were talking about cartoons. I can't eat another damn bite.
I don't believe you. Who are you and what have you done with the real Akane?
Hey.
Man, you sure do eat a lot. Don't you ever worry about, like, choking?
I've trained my esophagus so it's extremely flexible and strong.
I'm sorry, I got distracted by what you were saying.
I never get worried about anything.
That's correct. You know? Wait, what about Fuyuhiko?
Damn, you got me!
Is he really all right? I was so concerned. I could not sleep at all last night.
Plus, if his fate is in Monokuma's paws, I'm even more concerned.
I like how he said pause.
Yeah.
Oh, if only I could have tended to his wounds somehow. I wish I wasn't so useless.
Well, it's not like we had an operating table there or something.
Does she have those skills?
Right?
I mean, I'm sure she could do what she could, but that was just not the right place. Well, I don't think you guys should worry about it, because even if you do, it's not gonna change anything. There's really nothing you can do to change what's going on, right? Everything you did, you already did. But, oh, I'm the stupid person. Never mind.
You...
Do you just forget everything that happens when you eat?
I sure do, Hajime. Now that I've got a belly full of food, I'm all set. So, leave the rest to me. I'll question Monokuma and avenge Fuyuhiko.
Don't kill him off already.
And Mahiru and Peko and Byakuya and I guess Teru Teru.
Avenge! He's not even dead. Calm the hell down.
Sheesh.
What vengeance? You just want to test your skill. Get away from me.
No, yeah, pretty much that. She flat out admitted it.
Well, subtle is not in her dictionary. Lots of things aren't in her dictionary.
Hello.
Okay, everyone. Can I have your attention, please?
You know, I'd like you a lot more if you'd stop being so suspicious. Like you pop in to say really naive things that don't help and then leave. While telling us lies.
Oh, it's you, Motomi. What do you want?
Jeez.
Man, the fun mood's over now thanks to you, and totally not because of my little shrine over there.
Hey, go check out the shrine.
Huh? Did I just ruin the mood?
Go worship at the shrine, rabbit.
Jeez, don't treat me so harshly. I did my very best today, too.
Oh yeah, we still haven't gone to take care of that next boss. Hey, who the hell are you? We're talking about something important, so go away. Now, as I was saying...
Okay, I'm sorry. Wait, no, I definitely don't want to be treated like an outsider, even though I totally am, because I never help, and I just show up and try and tell you guys how to think, and I'm going to stop now. Just what do you want? What do you mean by I did my very best? That's exactly what she means.
Yeah.
Ah, someone finally acknowledged me.
Hey!
Well, once again, I've defeated another Mono Beast. How do you like me now? I worked hard, didn't I?
Hey,
If you've defeated a mono beast, that means...
Ding, ding, ding.
That's right. You are now able to visit yet another island. So let's all live happily ever after with each other this time, okay? No more getting tricked by Monokuma. No more thinking about leaving this island.
Love, love.
Let's all live together peacefully as best friends.
See, when people say that, that is just... Stay here forever.
Like if she would just tell us that World Ender has ended the world or something.
Yeah.
Then it's like, oh, okay.
You know, she might actually be able to convince us.
But she's not. She's wanting us to take her at face value.
Look at her, she's a cartoon rabbit!
Yes, thank you for pointing out the crux of my conversation. A new island, huh? Maybe now we'll finally find it. A way to get off this island and go home. No, that's the only thing we have. That's our one and only hope.
Could it be?
Are you guys thinking about leaving the island? Even though I just said not to.
We're thinking about leaving the island even more than we were before because you just said not to.
Oh, teenagers are so rambunctious.
Do you have a minute?
More importantly, Monomi, what happened to Fuyuhiko?
Huh? Fuyuhiko? Who's that? Oh, I don't really know.
I won't be fooled.
Miss Sonia, can't you see it's a waste of time asking her? In the end, she's just Monokuma's ally.
You fiend.
You're also part of that mysterious World Ender organization, aren't you?
Hey!
That's the organization that brought us to this island, right? Since you're the one who brought us to this island, that's gotta be it.
Hey!
I don't know if you're a rabbit or a pig, but just what are you planning?
What is her obsession with pigs?
This is a great opportunity. It's time you finally filled us in. What a dilemma, but that's the one thing I can't say.
That's the one reason we hate you!
Truly, this is the tragedy of middle management.
Well, can't trust you, rather.
Hold on a sec.
She ran away again. She's always like this when things get inconvenient for her.
Who saw this coming? BSG, raise your hands!
Hey! No one
Ho!
can see it.
Yeah, but that's why we announced ourselves with hey and ho.
Fair point.
Oh well, who cares about Monomi? More importantly, she mentioned a new island. What should we do?
However,
I do not think we should be exploring when Fuyuhiko is in danger.
Hey,
But we must move forward, no matter what despair stands in our way. That's what hope should be.
Do not talk to me about hope. What hope? You always say that just before you lead us into a trap.
Good
what's
call.
wrong with you?
Jeez, you're seriously just as annoying as Monokuma.
It's that 30%
Hey.
striking hard.
I'm also worried about Fuyuhiko, but is it really okay if we just stay here and do nothing? Isn't it better if we do what we can?
What we can, huh? Well, maybe some of us can wait for Fuyuhiko to fill him in. And then the others can go explore.
Whatever's happening with Fuyuhiko, he ain't getting up today.
That's a good point. She's right. Let's try to find a way off this island before he comes back.
Where is he, anyway?
Monokuma ER, I don't know,
He's
man.
probably on another island that we just don't have access to,
Probably.
or maybe on the one we're about to go to, which would be a coincidence, I suppose.
you are right.
Fuyuhiko will not recover any faster if we just stand around and do nothing.
I agree with Miss Sonia, who saw that coming. Raise your hands. Hey!
Oh!
All right.
Then it's decided. I couldn't help it.
Me either.
Then it's decided. Let's explore and search for a new hope.
That was a pretty good movie.
Wait,
So wouldn't it be faster to just beat up the rest of the mono beasts and search all the islands in one go?
Yes, Akane, that would be faster, but unfortunately it's not plausible.
Is it?
Leave it to me.
If that strange-looking rabbit can defeat one, it should be easy for us too!
A distressingly logical line of thought.
Hold on!
Hey! Don't think about doing anything reckless.
Dude, all you gotta do is just jump on its head over and over and over and over and hit it with a stick. Like Akane and Nekomaru can handle it, right? What a bunch of crummy zoids. Anyway, let's begin. Let's open the way to a hope-filled future with our very own hands. I'll lead the way, everyone.
Yes, you walk in front of us. Shink.
Oi!
After all that, I feel like we're doing exactly what Nagito wants us to do. In order to prepare for my line, I'm going to flub it. In order to prepare for exploring the new island, we left the restaurant and went to the shopping mall, I'd imagine. Oh.
All right, that's enough for now. Because the last episode was really long, so this one's really short.
See you later, everyone.
I mean, comparatively speaking.
Bye-bye. I'm having fun.
I guess Hyoko's altar really did the trick, huh?
Danganronpa. Danganronpa.